Heyo! It's time for another cooking video. Today we are going to be cooking some lunch. Specifically quinoa with chicken and some veggies. Oh yeah. So let's get started. I've got everything more or less set up. Ready to go. So yeah, let's do this. First I'll show you the ingredients. We got some quinoa, dry of course. We got some zucchinis, some carrots, some chicken that I've already defrosted earlier, and I forgot to bring out the peppers. You can use fresh peppers if you want, but I like to have the frozen ones just because it's easy and they don't go bad if because I usually just go to the shop once a week. So if I buy peppers and I eat them like 6 days after, then they're not going to be as fresh, so I prefer just to get frozen, but yeah, that's up to you. So there we go. We got our peppers. Alright, let's cook, folks. This is a real easy recipe. First thing that I'll do is we'll put the quinoa in because it's the thing that lasts the longest to cook. I've got my trusted scale over here. Lately I weigh everything that I eat because I'm on a very specific diet, so I want to make sure that I'm eating enough carbs for the day. So I usually put 150 grams of dry quinoa, which to be fair is quite a lot, so beware. If you're not trying to eat a massive meal, maybe do 100 grams instead. Let me put this chair here. There we go. So it is more uniform. Alrighty, so 150 grams of quinoa straight into the pot. And what I usually do is 3 times 1. So if I put 1 cup quinoa, which 150 grams is more or less a full of these cups, so I will times it by 3 basically. Usually when we cook rice, we would do 2 to 1, but quinoa is usually 3 to 1. So there you go, there's 3. And because I will be adding my carrots and my zucchini in there, I'm going to add half a cup more. There we go. So that's 3.5. I'll put this on like medium to high heat. Medium to high heat to start, and then I'll put it down to medium. Alright, let us peel our carrots and our zucchini. Okay, maybe put this a little bit lower. There you go. So this is a nice light lunch, which I usually have at work when I'm working, because with the stresses of work and stuff, it's nice to have something that's easily digested. When I started this diet that I'm on, I was eating like maybe half of this amount. So if you're not a big eater, then you might want to do half of these quantities that you see me doing here. you know, I'm not a big person per se, so like I'm quite short and skinny. So if I'm having a like this amount, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like unless you're a very tiny person, this amount is a good lunch basically for the average person. All right, so we do that. Zucchini more or less. I would usually do 50 grams of carrots, 15 grams of zucchini, or 75 and 75. But that's up to you, whatever, how you see fit. That's about what I put in there. Alright. Our quinoa is warming up over there. I like to have my zucchini in kind of big chunks, to be honest. So I just cut it in 4 and then I just slice it. So that's pretty much the veggies that I'll be using here. We've got the frozen peppers, zucchini, and the carrots. Let me put this back in the fridge. Turn on the pan over here. Which view should I do? Should I do it like this? What you reckon? We'll put the light on. Let me get a little spatula over here for the quinoa. See if maybe this other pan makes less noise than this one. No, it's pretty much the same. We'll have to deal with that that noise. And put you guys here. Boom. Get a nice view of the cookings. Like that. Let's whack the peppers in there first. You can also choose the type of veggies that you want to use. It doesn't have to be these veggies. Any type of veggies will do. The zucchini and the carrot in there. Lovely. And you could spice them. I usually just put salt and pepper in there. But you can put any spices that you want. Paprika goes nicely with these with this combo. With the salt and pepper. While this cooks, I'm going to be chopping up the chicken. Spicing it up, and then basically Then let me put you guys over here so we can take care of the chicken. What I like to do is to, once those veggies are slightly cooked, I will whack them into the quinoa so that they can get nice and soft in there. And then where the veggies are, I'm going to put the chicken. So let me put this in the bin. Put a little plate here for the chicken. I like to cut my chicken on a plate instead of the cutting board, just for the reason that it's just easier to cook, to clean afterwards. So that is 150 grams of chicken right there. We'll chop this up however you want to. I like to chop it up nice and small. From 150 grams of chicken, you will get about between 40 to 50 grams of protein, more or less. So it's a really nice protein source. If you don't eat meat, you can use a vegetable substitute, like maybe soya-based or mycoprotein-based. From time to time, I don't have them right now, but from time to time I do enjoy having mycoprotein chicken, which is basically just fake chicken. You know, it's made out of mycoprotein, which is a type of fungi. Very tasty. It's kind of like a mushroom. So by all means, if you don't eat chicken, there is alternatives. I'm half and half. Some weeks I'll have more chicken than other weeks. But I do like the meats. Since I do have a high protein diet right now, it is just easier for me to get it from meat. But of course that's just a preference. Alright, that's chopped up nicely. Again, you can choose your own spices. I'm a simple man these days. Just salt and pepper will do for me. The paprika also goes nicely with this. Let me stir these veggies up a little bit. Stir it up. Let me put you back in here. So these veggies are starting to get a little bit charred now, which is nice. Here. So more or less now, when I see that they're starting to get soft and a little bit charred, I will throw them into the quinoa straight away. So they can the flavors can blend in there, and the veggies can get real soft. All right, let's do this. So throw it into the quinoa straight away. This is why I put extra water before, on account of the veggies. Mix them in there nicely. And the quinoa is the same as rice. You know, you just cook it until the water evaporates. Now, oil up this pan here with a little oil spray. Whack the chicken on here. Make sure it's nice and hot. Yeah, it's still nice and hot. for the chicken, I mean, it's just simple. Huh? It's not too complicated. I like to just put the lid on there, just in case we can get rid of the salmonellas. The salmonellas, in case there is. Lord knows raw chicken is not nice by all means. Or raw, or like any type of raw chicken is just generally just let's try to avoid that. There we go. Flip these chickens over. Want to be flipped this one. Like I said, this is a lot of quinoa. It's gonna be a huge plate, but gotta get those carbs, baby. All that's mixing nicely. It's kind of like a vegetable broth almost. Check it out here. The chicken is almost done. I'm gonna lower the fire. While we wait for the meal to cook, I've got a little quote here on my Kindle. The volume down here. This is from the book The Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living. Here's a quote, today's quote, from Marcus Aurelius. Today I escaped from the crush of circumstances. Or better put, I threw them out. For the crush wasn't from outside me, but in my own assumptions. And then it goes on to kind of like break it down here in a paragraph. On tough days, we might say my work is overwhelming, or my boss is really frustrating. If only we could understand that this is impossible. Someone can't frustrate you. Work can't overwhelm you. These are external objects, and they have no access to your mind. Those emotions you feel, as real as they are, come from inside, not the outside. The Stoics use the word hypolepsis, which means taking up of perceptions, thoughts, and judgments by our mind. What we assume, what we willingly generate in our mind, that's on us. We can't blame other people for making us feel stressed or frustrated. The cause is within us. They are just the targets. Food for thought. Something to ponder on. Alright, let's check out the chicken here. The quinoa is almost done. So, what do you think about that quote? it's not so much the external things that get to us, it's our reaction to those things. That's what I take away from that. Because you can always choose how to react to a situation. So whenever you start to feel like you're getting frustrated from something, or life is throwing you curveballs, always remember that you control your reaction. Or you can control your reaction. Alright, this quinoa is almost done. So, as you can see, it's a little bit watery in there. Still got a little bit of water, but that's good because we don't want it to be too dry. So, let me get the handle for this pot here. So, as soon as I see that it's got a tiny bit less water here, which is more or less now, I want to throw this onto the chicken. Yeah, time. Throw it all on there, baby. So then we can mix the chicken flavors that are on the pan all over the quinoa. Yum yum. Yummy yummy in my tummy. Mix it all nicely in there. Heck yeah. Put a little bit of fire just to get rid of a tiny bit more excess water. The point is for this to be juicy, not dry. You want that juice. Check it out. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, you can see it well, more or less. I'm going to bring it closer. Look at that juiciness. Shoo! Alright, let's put it up on a plate here. Which plate shall we go for? Got a yellow plate? I think we'll go for the green plate today. Alright, let me put this instead of a pan. Or a pot rather. Alrighty, this is perfect right now. Throw it all on the plate. Oh yeah. It's got that beautiful texture too. When you put a little bit of extra water in the quinoa, it's always better than putting less. Because it's not really that nice to have quinoa that's not fully cooked. I mean, it's bearable, but it's much nicer to have super soft quinoa. Check it out. Oh, we got the sun shining on the meal here as well. Wait, how can I do this? Try and get the good angles here. Alrighty, let me put this here. I think because we got sun here, right here. And it's a pretty good angle right here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that is our quinoa with chicken, veggies, specifically carrots and zucchini. Till next time, folks.